Every generation has a story that defines them. For Canada, it was a young man. A single leg. And a dream so impossible, it changed a nation. But this isn't just about a hero. It's about the fire inside all of us. Because Terry Fox didn't just run across Canada. He ran straight through the limits we've all been told we have. And if you listen closely, his footsteps still echo. So ask yourself this. When the world says, you can't, what will your next step be? He wasn't born extraordinary. He wasn't the fastest on his high school basketball team. In fact, he was benched more than he played. But Terry Fox had something else. Grit. He'd practice for hours after everyone else left. He'd run drills on his own in the cold. He never chased fame. He chased better. At 18, life was just beginning. But something felt off. A persistent pain in his knee wouldn't go away. Then, the diagnosis. Bone cancer. The doctors gave him a choice, lose your leg, or lose your life. He chose life. But he also chose something else. He chose purpose. Imagine this. You wake up with a part of you missing. Your future, uncertain. Your dream of being an athlete. Gone. Most people would shut down. Collapse. Disappear quietly into a new normal. But Terry wasn't most people. One night in the hospital, he saw children, bald, scared, alone. And something in him changed. Cancer took his leg, but it didn't take his spirit. He told his family something wild. I'm going to run across Canada. One leg. To raise money for cancer research. They thought he was joking. He wasn't. He trained in secret. He ran over 5,000 kilometers in preparation. He studied how to make his prosthetic leg work with his real one. His gait was awkward. Every third step was a hop. Every run sounded like thump drag, thump drag. But he kept going. On April 12, 1980, he dipped his artificial leg in the Atlantic Ocean in St. John's, Newfoundland. And the marathon of hope began. At first, no one noticed. People drove by without a glance. He slept in a van. Ate peanut butter sandwiches. Woke up at 4 a.m. Ran 26 miles. Then did it again. And again. He ran in the pouring rain. In snow. In sweltering heat. Every step, agony. But he never complained. Because this wasn't about him. It was about the $1 he hoped to raise for every Canadian. Not for his own healing. But for those still in the fight. As he made his way through the Maritimes, then Quebec, then Ontario. Something incredible happened. People began to notice. Then, they began to care. They ran alongside him. Held signs. Cheered. Donated. The Marathon of Hope became a national movement. Terry Fox, the boy who once got benched on his basketball team, was now the heartbeat of a country. But on day 143, after 5,373 kilometers, something wasn't right. Terry was coughing. His breathing, heavy. And then, the words none of us were ready to hear. The cancer has spread to my lungs. He had no choice but to stop. The nation that once barely noticed him, now wept with him. Terry passed away the next year. But not before raising $24 million. $1 for every Canadian alive at the time. Today, the Terry Fox Foundation has raised over $850 million. But his greatest legacy isn't the money. It's the mindset. So, what does Terry Fox teach you? He teaches that greatness doesn't begin with talent. It begins with purpose. He teaches that even when you lose something, you can gain so much more, if you choose to rise. You have setbacks. He had one leg. You feel tired. He ran a marathon a day. feel discouraged? He faced death and kept running anyway. Terry didn't wait until he was strong. He started when he was broken. And that's why we remember him. Not because he finished the run, but because he started it, when everything said he shouldn't. So what about you? What are you waiting for? What fear is stopping you? What excuse is holding you back? You don't need to run across a country. But you do need to run toward your potential. Even if you stumble. Even if you limp. The marathon of hope never really ended. Because now, it's your turn to carry it forward. If this story moved you, don't let it stop here. Hit subscribe and join a community that's running toward more. More growth. More purpose. More power. Because we don't run from struggle. We run through it. Together.